What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Kaiza-Sama, and we are back with another Dokkan Battle video. In today's video, we are discussing the 55% showcase of the new tag unit, Golden Frieza plus Gogeta. Now, these are the two characters from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, and they do have the reversible exchange ability that goes with them. Excuse me. Now, I just noticed, what in the world? So, oh wow, that's embarrassing. So he was not at Super Attack 20 during the showcase. I literally just noticed that, but he is max attack now on the Super Attack 20. But real quick, before we jump into the showcase, we're going to go over the kit of him and Gogeta, and then we're going to hop right into it. Now, with that being said, the leader skill for him will be movie bosses or movie heroes category. Key +3, HP goes up by 200%. Attack and defense goes up by 170 plus the additional HP. Attack and defense goes up by 50% for characters who also belong to Transformation Boost, Gifted Warriors, or Inhuman Deeds. So with that Inhuman Deeds, there's going to be a few extreme characters that are going to go very well on this team, like the LR Omega Shinron, for a perfect example. Now, taking a look at the passive skill, we can jump right into that. For the basic effects, the attack and defense goes up by 250. Then he receives the additional key +2 per key sphere obtained. Damage reduction rate goes up by 70%. Then for 5 turns from the character's entry, he guards against all attacks. That's going to be very, very helpful. And then starting from the 6th turn from the character's entry, great chance of guarding once again. So you have a potential rate of 6 turns that this guy can guard. Then when 4 or more extreme class allies are on the team, or when there's another movie heroes or movie bosses category ally attacking in the same turn, he launches the additional super. And for every attack received, attack goes up by 150 with a chance of performing a crit of 10%. And then whenever guard is activated, defense goes up by 20%. That can go up to 100. So when you have him getting the guard, you definitely want to stack that defense with him. I think even if he dodges, he stacks that defense. So you will have to kind of pay attention to that little aspect. But when there are 3 or more superclass allies on the team, starting from the 3rd turn from the character's entry turn, or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle, he does get the change. He does get the ability to change key spheres AGL and STR to tech key spheres, and then randomly changes physical or int key spheres into rainbow key spheres. Then he meets up with Gogeta and can perform the reversible exchange. So, with that being said, that's basically, excuse me, I'm just having so much going on. So with the rainbow key spheres and then the key spheres that turn into tech, he's going to be a huge help to later on build up those tech key spheres. You can either use them for himself, or you can use them for Gogeta to have that real big advantage for your fusion side of the team once you throw on some super warriors onto the team. Now for the active skill, Golden Frieza's Pride can be activated when there are 4 more extreme class allies on the team, be it before or after reversible exchange. Key goes up by 24, defense goes up by 400%, and directs all enemy attacks towards the character for 1 turn. So he does have the team saving mechanic, which is going to be very, very helpful. Now for the man Gogeta, we're going to take a look at his kit real quick. Now for his his passive skill, he can perform the reversible exchange with Golden Frieza. Key goes up by 6, attack and defense goes up by 250. Then he receives the additional attack +1, or receives the additional key +1 per key sphere obtained. Attacks are effective against all types. High chance of dodging. Now, when the key spheres are obtained, he does fully recover the HP. When 3 or more superclass allies are on the team, or when there's another movie heroes or movie boss category attacking in the same turn, damage reduction goes up by 40%. Then when attacking with 20 or more key, attack and defense goes up by 200%. Then he has a great chance of performing a critical hit. And when activating the active skill, or when attacking with 24 key, attack goes up by 150%, and he performs a crit. And then for every key sphere obtained, he has a chance of dodging. That can go up by 5%. Attack goes up by 10%. And all allies' defense goes up by 10%, which is self-excluded when attacking. And then for every 5 key spheres obtained, he launches the additional super attack. So with that being said, he does have that damage reduction just like Frieza. He might not have the guard, but he has the damage reduction and the dodge that is kind of blended into his kit. So that is going to be very, very helpful. And then he's also effective against attacking all types. And then for the active skill for Gogeta, can be activated when there are 3 or more superclass allies on the team, be it before or after reversible exchange. And then the actual active skill effect raises attack by 540% temporarily and causes ultimate damage to the enemy. Defense goes up by 540% and changes all key spheres to tech key spheres for 1 turn. So when you basically are like on either one, Frieza or Gogeta, you can get the advantage of changing the key spheres and whatnot. So that's going to be a huge help. But overall, the unit is going to be huge for Super Warrior or Super Class teams and Extreme Class teams. And you can actually put them on teams where they're actually blended together. So with that being said, this character is going to be a huge and very hype character to use later on in the future once we get our standalone Blue Gogeta as well. So it's one thing to keep in the back of your head. But without further ado, let's stop all the chit-chat and jump straight into the showcase. All right, you guys, here we are jumping into the Red Zone stage of the Youth Goku Giant Great Ape stage. This is a good showcase for 55% units. There are some other stronger red zone stages that we can showcase in, but I feel like this is probably the best one to showcase with 55% units, like I said, to really show you guys what they can do without them just automatically getting killed so often. So here we are, and let's jump into it. Now, we do have a pretty off setup for the first lineup, but it is what it is. You know, we can still work with it. Now we do have Golden Frieza in slot 1. I will switch over Vegeta to slot 2 because they do have the Prodigy's link. And I'd rather Golden Frieza have 2 links to work off of for the first rotation instead of just 1. And his attack power went up a tad bit too once we did that. So we'll lead him off with the STR orbs, give Vegeta these AGL orbs. And then Gogeta, he has the easy physical orbs over here on the right side. All right, now we're going to really see how my boy Frieza does on turn 1. Now, it would have helped if we had a extreme unit on this kind of like attacking turn, but it is what it is. We're kind of with the situation that we're with. Let's see. Now, Vegeta was really the best option to put in slot 2 right next to him since they do have the Prodigy's link. But once I do get a couple more Frieza units, a couple of other Lineage of Evil units on the same team with Frieza, then we're going to see the real max potential of Golden Frieza, as he's linked up with those other units. And then our boy Vegeta, he's type advantage, so we're going to do a pretty good amount of damage to Youth Goku right now. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that, when you're running this guy and you're trying to test him out on different team setups, just do be aware that, every stage or every fight that you go through with these guys, just like in any other unit in Dokkan pretty much right now, you can definitely still have a chance of dying. I don't want people to get this unit and just think, oh, well, now he's the savior for all super class team setups and all extreme class team setups. He is definitely going to be a super advantageous unit to kind of combine with different team setups. But to assume that you're not going to lose, I definitely wouldn't sit there and just straight up assume that. Now we are going to go in and transform Tech Broly right here. Excuse me. And this is really going to be the best setup, in my opinion. Um, excuse me. Golden. I said golden. Goku Black with the STR orbs in the front, and then Broly giving him one of these lines of the tech orbs. I definitely thought about giving him the ones on the far right, but I feel like if I do that, then we're not gonna have the orbs to settle for AGL Broly. So I feel like that was kind of the best situation as far as not getting them equal, but getting them to where both of them can take in those two tech orbs and AGL orbs right there. That was not, yeah. Goku Black without doing a super, that was kind of a little weak right there. And our boy Tech Broly, I want to see massive damage from you, man. Yes, sir. That wasn't even just stupid damage, but it was pretty good damage. Come on. And that's why you put dodge on your characters, people. It kind of confused me just now how Goku Black didn't have like a perfect super attack or sparking, because what the hell? We gave them an STR orbs, but it is what it is. Then we have AGL Broly being type advantage, so he's definitely gonna get in some good hits right here. He's probably gonna have hella super attacks lined up, so this is gonna be the Broly attack movie that we're getting pulled into right now. All right. Now we have two golden Friezas in this turn setup. Um, Vegeta, like I was just saying, the Prodigy's link, very helpful. But for right now, the links on both of them are not that high. So that's kind of the one thing that's holding us back just a tad bit, just a tad. Come on. Let's see what we got. Okay, we'll eat that. Even as damaging attacks like that can be a little bit detrimental. We have plenty of HP still left, but that can still be detrimental when you take like 4 or 5 of those just back to back. And Vegeta, he's gonna get in some good hits once again. Yes, sir. I do wish I had him rainbowed on this account. Yeah, I have him rainbowed on my other account, and the Tech Goku that goes into Vegito. I actually have him rainbowed on my other account, but this account not so much. They're pretty much at their 55% standings. Um, a little disappointing because they are the 10th anniversary units, but at the same time, we've had other units kind of rise up in Dokkan since 10th anniversary. So it is kind of crazy to even think about that, honestly. Now we have Tag Zombasu, who is now available to switch in and out. For this attacking turn, though, I still want to transform Gogeta into Blue Gogeta, and then we're also going to get Broly's active going so we can increase his super attack. Now, one thing that was kind of having me a little bit hesitant on this attacking turn was transforming Gogeta and then putting him right next to Goku Black, being that, we will have that kind of small synergy with the God Key and whatnot. So that was in the thought process, but I feel like it's not going to be too much of a huge, difference. And there There's Blue Gogeta. And Goku Black. Low-key want to see what he can do as we use the Fusion Zamasu active skill attack on this round. Um, Pretty sure that gives us a little bit of an advantage too once we use Zamasu's super attack. In a rocket built for one person. He really like just straight up lied to his son like that. Like that's kind of crazy when you think about it. Not even kind of crazy. It's crazy. You just basically sat there and said, "My son can survive, the dead space and the planet's explosion. So let me just go ahead and dip without you real quick." Like that's it's just crazy. And then he expected, nothing to happen to him. Like, come on, bro. Come on. I don't care how strong your son is. Like, you don't just do that to your son, bro. It's fucking insane, bro. Come on, Blue Gogeta. We need these numbers. Excuse me. Man, is getting tired. I just got off work and I'm trying to do this video before I go to sleep. So, do please forgive me, for any yawning here and there. But links won't really change when I put Gogeta next to Zamasu or Goku Black. It's not gonna be like a huge difference right there, honestly. So one thing I am trying to focus on is getting Tech Gogeta next to the AGL Gogeta. So once those guys are next to each other, that's going to give us a huge help. But for right now, we're just going to go ahead and run with it with the Fusion Zamasu and use his active skill attack. Did not shit. Big fat zero. It is what it is, though. I'll give him those orbs right there. And then Broly, I'll give what the. See, I don't know if that was a different type of input, if my finger slipped just now, but that sure fucked up the whole rotation for Gogeta just now, because I definitely was looking forward to him using all those physical orbs, man. That kind of pissed me off just now. Come on. Got a little crit in there. Broly going in with 23 mil. It's pretty good damage, though. Gogeta Blue going in for the kill. Now, that's definitely going to be a showcase to, kind of have our patience for, is physical Gogeta, Tech Gogeta, and AGL Gogeta all next to each other, or all within the same, attacking rotation. Them and the Easy A Tech Gogeta too. And then the STR Gogeta. So, bro, we can possibly do a whole Gogeta team setup, bro. That could possibly work. That now that I'm thinking about it. That might be not the 69% showcase, but that could definitely be the video after. So now we have that exchange ready for our AGL Gogeta. Then we're going to switch over to our Tech Gogeta right here. And now we're utilizing his passive skill. And now here comes Super Gogeta. They definitely could have did some more with that animation when they fused, bro. I feel like that was kind of lackluster. How they gave Super Vegito this like just blitzing, lightning fast, super attack, or even just like the transformation of him was kind of like low key hard. But then Gogeta's transformation scene is not that hard at all. It's just like just the basic fusion dance, and then light just appears in front of you. Like nothing special with it whatsoever. Now, Tech Gogeta, we're going to see some very, very good damage from him. And he's probably going to, yeah, we're finishing off the fight with him right here. You guys, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this new LR tag unit with Golden Frieza and Gogeta. I definitely think they're going to be a viable character for teams to come in the near future, whether it's Super Class, Extreme, or both put together. Because like we saw in this video, they can go with each other. They're very compatible. So let me know if you pulled them. Let me know if you like them down in the comments below. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next Dokkan Battle video. Take care. Peace.